Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet and we're already on season 2 of Black Sails, and this is going to be episode 2. If you hear a couple growls in the back, those are my puppies. I'm sorry. I accidentally woke them up when I got water. They're staring at me right now. Scary. Okay, here you go. I feel like they constantly have sunburns. Hold on. Is that who I think it is?
Piercing vital organs within.
Is our Billy being tortured?
On the 7th day, you'll rest. But 5 days later, I believe I have your attention. You see, I believe I may have an
Oh my
opportunity to be
God.
liberated from this place.
Honestly, I can't really tell. I'm not good with faces.
And God said, "Let there be light." But the Lord beheld the man made in his likeness, and he beheld his solitude.
This
And
is
he said,
intense.
"Everybody needs a partner. You are the partner assigned to me, and even you believe this endeavor is doomed to fail."
I merely said that it would be wise for us to manage our expectations as to what's achievable.
I don't believe the pirates are the cause of Nassau's problem. I believe they are a symptom.
Root causes.
That's interesting, and I agree.
The incompetence of its managers, the neglect of its lords.
Mm-hmm.
The instability caused by these things is what draws the pirates to Nassau, not the other way around.
What would it take? Farmers, men skilled in the cultivation of sugar and tobacco, and an honest governor, the first in recent memory to oversee it all.
Honestly, I think he still has the idea.
Colony.
Yeah.
Putting it onto ships, transporting it across the Atlantic, and hoping that when it arrives, it takes to an environment that has resisted every attempt at stable commerce for the past 50 years. I have grave doubts about whether something like this is realistic.
Yes, I've gathered that.
If you wish to request a liaison more sympathetic to your views, I'm sure
Interesting.
Admiral Hennessy will be happy to oblige.
So Thomas was the one that planted the seed.
An opportunity to right our wrongs
To
and
Flint.
begin anew. I need someone who can help me ensure that Nassau,
Despite the fact that it's clear that we both view the world very differently.
because of it. Strange pairs, Lieutenant. They can achieve the most unexpected things.
You could walk away from all this if you wanted. The moment we arrive at Nassau, and yet you've offered to help me regain control of this crew.
It's
Why
true.
would you do that?
Why? What does Silver want? Like, for his life?
I don't want to earn money. I don't want to be a pirate. I'm not interested in the life. Not interested in the fighting. Not interested in the ships.
I thought so, but so why is he staying?
On the subject, it offers me an opportunity I don't believe I can find anywhere else on Earth. One big prize, and with it freedom.
Alright, Silver. I'm with that plan.
Question. In less than 2 days, I intend to be a captain again.
Which is a crazy goal to
I
have,
suggest
but
you find a way of earning your way back onto this crew as well.
it really does feel like an uphill battle with these guys.
Captain, word, please.
Nothing is smooth or easy.
Mr. Meeks, how can I help you? I've heard word you confronted the Guthrie woman. What threatened her?
The crew's relationship with her is worth far more than the amount she withheld from the Good Fortune prize. You're recklessly jeopardizing that relationship. Their relationship.
I like this guy. He's like the wild card we needed, you know?
And will they feel the same? When their next haul is rejected by her, outright?
When we return from Carolina, every man in this ship will have his hat filled with gold. Best to live in the now.
This guy's crazy. And Carolina's in North and South Carolina?
They took me in when I didn't have shit. Someone gives you a life and truly your own.
We're talking about
Both
Vane?
part of it back.
I understand. Something so different from what you know, and how frightening it can be.
I can't tell if Max is doing this as
Your
like
wishes, and we can make last night the last time.
a power play, or if she generally is interested in Anne. Trouble brewing in paradise.
Make me essential. They can hate me. They
just need to need me.
Don't you dare fucking spit in my bowl, Randall. We all know you do it when you're ornery, but I'm warning you.
You.
You're gonna do it anyway, aren't you?
Oh, gross, 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 gross.
I don't like him.
Perhaps the better question is, who else doesn't like him?
Trying to take his spot.
Yes. Shelf of books. So many lives unled. Some possibilities.
He's already brewing up some big old speech. Come on.
Familiar. I was the one who saw the promise in acquiring you, and Mr. Gates was the one who opposed it. He didn't trust Letterman. Found them harder to keep in line, more resistant to persuasion. But I was tired of being the only one he had a hard time keeping in line.
Hmm? I mean, I do think Mr. Dufresne has
Mr. Flint, I'm sorry.
an invaluable skill.
It's killing me.
Hope that's work.
What happened? I don't expect you to understand, but I need you to know that no one on this ship feels his loss more keenly than I do.
That is so manipulative.
Developed a great affection for you.
How exactly do you propose to support me?
Exactly.
By giving you good counsel. If it properly, that would be the fastest way home, but I suggest that you resist
No.
that plan at all costs.
No, this is a trap.
Why?
Because that route runs right through the common passage out of Kingston.
It'll make Mr. Dufresne look bad if he does this and it's wrong.
You get them home safely, get them rested, reinforce their numbers, and then take this ship and do with it what you will.
Trap.
He isn't mad. He's just bright, determined, wealthy, all at the same time. Jesus, that's worse. I think he truly believes what he's saying. And what's more, I'm afraid I might believe a good deal of it as well. I know what you're thinking, but I assure you, sir, my judgment as it relates to this assignment is still intact.
So he's trying to change his mind about Thomas, so Thomas can have an audience.
Perhaps it's my jealousy showing. Liaison to the Hamilton family, that's quite an appointment. I suppose perhaps for this particular assignment, you were the better man.
What a sore loser.
Hold that position for long enough and you might convince everyone you're something more than you actually are. A gentleman. Most civilized. Hell, I understand if he likes you well enough, he may even let you fuck his wife.
I mean, I understand why Flint wants to make a name for himself, you know? This didn't help, though. Oh.
You are an officer in my fleet. I suggest you leave this place.
Yeah, this is gonna look bad.
Weaklings, frauds, liars. Ned Lowe, whatever he is, he's none of those things. But now, I fear they cannot see that by supporting him, they may be sowing the seeds of their own destruction. Suffice it to say, the good fortune yielded up a unique item of great value. The men know where their next distribution's coming from, and it isn't you.
Oh, Mr. Meeks, I'm not exactly sure what it is you think I can do for you, but I've got business.
I hear you depose captains.
Oh my goodness.
I'm told you've done it before.
That was a special case, and something I nearly paid for at the cost of my livelihood. No.
He is a madman.
Yeah, I agree.
He's an object of his ire. I need your help. My men need your help. But you have an interest in seeing this resolved as well.
But if she does it again, then the rumor's gonna spread double.
I'm on my way.
She can't have a rumor that she's indisposing people that won't work with her, you know?
I'm most eager to hear the results of Captain Lawrence's journey.
Oh, they showed up.
What exactly is happening between you and Anne?
She wanted me out of the inn, out on the streets. What would you have had me do?
Well, I couldn't say, but seducing her was certainly an interesting approach.
That is not seduction. That is simply removing the cause of her frustration.
Oh, calling him inadequate.
Because you crossed Eleanor Guth, but you're asking me to believe. But Anne killed 8 men, risked her life, utterly destroyed both our reputations, to say nothing of the damage done to her relationship with me, to remove you from that tent, and that she did it all because she secretly wants to fuck you.
When he says it like that, it is hilarious. But to be honest, she's been looking at her for a while. Yeah.
Attempt to drive a wedge between my partner and I. to achieve for yourself a controlling influence over our little triumvirate.
It won't work.
No. Why?
Because I believe that somewhere, somehow you have known she has wanted this, needed this for a very long time. This upsets you. This threatens you. I am sorry. But there is nothing you can do about it.
Max knows what she's doing. It's smart of her. It really is. And I think is a good ally.
If I were to suggest, rather than trying to tack southwest, that we head east, hug the coast and navigate around the weather.
I would say either somebody gave you that idea, somebody was a hell of a sailor, or you've been holding back on me.
You spoke to Flint.
He approached me.
Anyone near Flynn's gonna be suspicion.
Is it possible he still believes he can take back his command?
How? There isn't a man on the crew that'll even speak to him, much less support him.
I imagine the idea of this crew taking a prize under your command would be a terrifying prospect.
I suppose the only question is, are you prepared to lead them?
But he's only been, I don't know. Oh, I don't know about this. I don't think he has the experience. And the thing is that maybe Flint knows that he doesn't have the experience and is betting on it.
Account of goings on. Holding the first. Weather is fair. Fresh topsail gale, north by northeast. A certain member of this crew, who shall remain nameless, was seen dozing during the night watch. Take 3 pieces from his pocket.
Shut the fuck up. We're eating.
Oh, Silver. Interesting, because in a way, he doesn't want to be a pirate, but he's learning how to be a pirate.
What was that? I am convincing the crew to allow me to remain with them. I spent 3 years at the St. John's Home for Poor Orphan Boys. During that time, I knew a boy named Solomon Little. He knew. It isn't about getting them to like you. It's about reminding them how much they dislike each other. He got up every morning, made his address, and I'll be goddamned if there was a boy in that home who could have lasted a day without it.
You do realize that there's a grown man out there, not boys.
Same thing.
Experience, when it comes to the thrill of ridiculing one's peers, there's little difference. And he knows his fate and mine are more closely linked than he'd care to admit. So he reports it all back to me.
But why reveal everything to Flint? I mean,
Whatever this is.
not like, I don't think Flint would intervene in any way. But Flint doesn't trust you, you know?
80 barrels of molasses.
Why trust him?
Your papers were properly arranged. Your payouts were in the proper amounts. It was all in good order.
All but your family's name, ma'am. It is no longer in good order, and everyone in that harbour knew it.
By whom? Did you suggest there would be reprisals against him? Did you use Mr. Fraser's name? Captain Naft's, then? Or did you use mine? You're welcome.
Reputation definitely counts for something. Oh, this guy's, that's it for him.
I observed you in this place. Nervously entering Elmer Guthrie's office, thought to myself, what on earth could Mr. Meeks have to say to her?
I swore an oath to those men to protect them from their captain, from themselves when called for.
This is going to be a hard lesson to learn for the crew.
Perhaps you serve their interests best by betraying me in this moment.
The quartermasters take so much stress.
Spineless traitor, in which case. Well, in which case.
You need to walk away from this.
Walk away.
This venture is on shaky footing. How long before the mob is outside your door again? What happens if this time it won't go away?
I believe this is going to work. I believe you have motive to see it fail.
I can't protect you from this. I will have a very hard time convincing them that that is in their interests. If you are not strong enough to protect yourself, Eleanor, then I am urging you to cease behaving as if you are.
Vane is making a lot of sense to me right now. Oh. And this is going to be a huge point to everybody else.
Take your men. Take your shit. And seek life elsewhere.
Oh, this guy is a hurricane. And what Vane said just makes it more true now. You have to also show power, or you will constantly have people challenging what you have on the island. I mean, no one else is gonna step in though? Oh my god. That was brutal. Vane's like, I told you so.
I'm sorry we've had such a rough go of it, you and I. But I'm afraid I'm simply enjoying myself way too much to consider leaving this place.
Now what?
I'm sure we'll be seeing each other soon.
I thought Vane was supposed to protect the establishment. Maybe just literally the bay.
If you're trying to impress me, it isn't working.
I would dread it too.
Goings on, volume the 4th. Certain member of the rigging crew, who shall remain nameless, was moving his bows over the side, and instead chose to wipe with the bare palm of his hand.
Oh. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! These are basically like gossip columns.
Next, a member of the Third Watch entered the pen late last night, sometime after 3 bells, as upon inspection, the dairy goat's anus was irritated from overuse.
You fucked the dairy goat.
There we go. There we go. That's it. Finally. Jesus.
What is she?
English colors.
No way I would be able to see that.
Presume an English merchantman will react when being held by a Spanish warship. Anyone up for a little hunting?
All right. Predictions. Is this going to go good? Is this going to go bad? I think this is going to go bad. We'll see. You know, he could also use the battle as an excuse to kill whoever he needs to kill.
About your judgment on this matter remaining intact.
Good sense escaped me for a moment. An insult to the man's wife that had to be answered.
My concern with you, that thing which arises in you when passions are aroused. Good sense escapes you, but when exposed to extremes, I could not imagine what it is capable of, and of greater concern. I'm not sure you do either.
That's a pretty good observation.
I don't need to explain to you the stakes of what happens if Mr. Dufresne is successful in taking this prize.
Yeah, he's betting that he won't.
To get a feel for this part of it. Raise the black too soon and the prize will run. Gotta show your colors at just the right moment to get them to strike theirs.
I didn't even think of that. I didn't even know that. I thought they would just have it.
Raise the black!
It's too early.
And Chris at the ready.
Prepare to board.
I don't think this is a success yet, right? It seems like, yeah, okay, they surrendered.
You're on command here, yes?
I am.
You were wise not to fight.
It is as you see it.
Sweep the hold. Start at the bow.
No, I think it's a trick.
This is the most dangerous part. Did I make the right decision? How am I going to explain to my proprietors that I gave up their goods without a fight? You hope that he doesn't realize that the thing that he thought he was surrendering to, the thing that drove fear into his heart that thing is nowhere to be found.
Are you him?
Interesting. You talk the talk, but can you walk the walk?
Are you Captain Flint?
The reputation. The reputation holds a lot of value too.
I assure you, sir. You do not want to test us.
Men in these waters are hard men. They don't fear ships. They don't fear guns.
Then what do they fear?
Here we go, here we go. And Dufree froze, and we lost a lot of men now. That's what Captain Flint was betting on.
I want muskets in the rigging to suppress their front line.
We've lost the day.
What are we waiting for? Why aren't we moving?
Give the order, Mr. Dufresne. We do not have the manpower to retake that ship.
You cannot just escape, you have to sink that ship. For if a single one of those men lives to tell the tale, no one will ever surrender before that flag again.
And you know what? This is what Flint was betting on. And it's just the point. It's the point that we were all saying. I don't know who's all, but at least I thought, I was like, Dufresne is smart. Yes, he's intelligent and quick learning. But he just doesn't have the experience to be able to judge the situations and make a quick decision. These guys, although they don't trust Captain Flint on his true intentions, they do trust his leadership skills. And just like that, wow.
I don't see a move I can make from here. If I move against him directly, his men retaliate, and I don't have the muscle to withstand it. The consortium is fragile, it would be toppled. And I suspect it's only a matter of time before he makes a move against me.
I think so too. She needs Vayne now, but so complicated.
You want me to believe that you have some concern for me? Then show it.
I knew she would try to call him up.
Your men into action. I know his crew hold an asset from their lost prize that they deem of great value. I don't know.
Captain Vayne's gonna do it. If anything, because he also promised his crew that they would have the reputation and the life of being a pirate. And that means taking prizes. Annie is hooked now.
What I have found in my experience is the more elusive the puzzle, the more painfully obvious its ultimate solution.
A throuple.
Predicament. You will provide all leads derived from this place directly to me. Anne and I will then take those chosen leads, we'll procure a ship, we will recruit men, and we will create from nothing a new crew, from which we three will each hold a share. You asked for better captains. I give you Captain Jack Rackham.
Oh, he's stepping up. Huh. Didn't expect
One
that.
more thing. Darling, I can understand why you wouldn't want to tell me about this, but please know that all I have ever wanted for you is to be happy. Come to bed when you're through.
You know, you can't hate it. I don't really know if he's completely okay with it, but you know, they're a work in progress.
I suppose you warned me.
Actually, yeah, he did. Knowing that you wouldn't listen.
That course to show you. I had it in me to lead. Forced to consider another possibility. That course we charted. Perhaps none of us would have thought of it at all had you not raised it in the first place. That you orchestrated it all. The death. The destruction.
Yeah. His crew is expendable.
All to achieve this very moment.
Yeah?
Is it possible a man could do such a thing?
I really feel for Mr. Dupree.
Congratulations, Captain.
He did it. He said he was gonna do it in 2 days, and he did it. All right, I used to, you know, when I first saw Captain Flint, I thought he was gonna be our protagonist. And I mean, I'm kind of on Captain Vane's side. I'm not gonna lie. I really am. I just can't forgive what he did to Billy and Gates. I really can't. And to his crew. Alrighty guys, that was episode 2 of season 2. Flint's back on the reins once again. He's so manipulative. But how far can his ambitions actually take him, and his tactics, before there's just too many people on his bad side? I don't know, but I'm very excited to find out. Will Vane and Miss Guthrie actually form some sort of alliance? And what is Mrs. Barlow doing with the priest? Because they hooked up and we've kind of never seen the results of that on the priest side after that. And I'm really curious because he was just preaching in the middle of a field crying. So seems pretty intense, but I'm really glad we also get a chance to meet Thomas and all of the background that led to Flint now, today, as we know him. Well, as always, if you enjoyed watching this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.